Winning at the Thistle Awards was the kind of culmination of a massive amount of effort that's gone in, not just this year, but in previous years, and particularly kind of coming out of the pandemic and cementing all of that action. To be honest, it's meant a massive amount to the whole team, and to be able to celebrate there at the end of the year was fantastic. And just, it's a real testament to all the hard work that's gone in over the year. So if you're thinking about entering for next year, just go ahead and do it. The anticipation of being shortlisted and then hopefully turning up at the award ceremony and taking away an award is fun and can really act as a kind of incentive for the team. But beyond that, I would just say it's a celebration of everything that you yourselves are doing as businesses across the Highlands and Islands. Top tip for sticking an application, think really hard about what actually differentiates your business and makes you really special. Then lean into that. Make sure, it's the old classic, read the question and make sure you're answering it in as much detail as absolutely possible. And then make sure you also know your stuff, because the interviews are pretty tough. So Wilderness Scotland are an active and nature-based ecotourism operator. We operate trips right the way across the Highlands and Islands and much further beyond as well. Those trips are generally week-long, can take the look of a walking holiday in 4- or 5-star hotels, and generally guided by one of our expert guides. When people are looking to book, they generally they'll pick up the phone or they book online. We've got a website that is obviously international, and a lot of our visitors are coming from the US, Canada, Australia, but then of course a kind of core number of travellers from the UK as well. It's really difficult to sum up the ethos of Wilderness Scotland, but if I was going to do that very briefly, I'd say that we seriously focus on sustainability, but also generating inspiring adventures in the wild places of Scotland. And that sustainability runs right the way through every element of our business, so we are genuinely thinking about that at every stage. Wilderness brings a kind of thriving ecosystem here you're based in Aviemore here, but then that kind of spreads out right the way across the Highlands Islands and further beyond in Scotland. Not only are we employing people in high-value tourism jobs locally here in Aviemore, but the impact of our travellers right the way across Scotland has a significant impact in like rural, local economies where tourism is so important. So they're high-value travellers, and they're not just spending on our tours, which then feed into accommodation, restaurants, guiding right the way across Scotland, but also they're keen to shop and spend and take mementos home as well for many of the kind of smaller crafty places and so on across Scotland. Don't delay, apply today.